Hey guys, I did a little exploring and I found this mammoth cave, and I think I'm gonna try to build a base in here. So once I get this lit up, I'm gonna start this back up again. But I'm gonna give this one a shot. Okay, so this is the cave lit up. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build in this thing. So I'm gonna sit on this for a couple of days and figure out exactly how I want to lay this thing out. I think that serves me best. Um, that way I just don't do a lot of mindless things or do things that I'm gonna have to undo because I didn't necessarily think it out. Um, but with all my designs, the thing I want to stress the most is that um, I got a pretty good way, I feel, that if I implement a couple of things in these natural structures, I can make a ready-made base out of it. And those things are just adding flooring. I think when you just do simple things like that and take advantage of the cavern systems themselves, you don't waste a whole lot of time digging these things out or building huge structures or whatever. So I'm going to think about this for a little bit and find out exactly what I want to do. But you can't see it here, but there's a skylight over there. In fact, let me pause it and go on up there and show you. Okay, up here now, this top's kind of orientate the video. There's just a huge skylight there. I think that's gonna be really pretty cool. What I'll do is probably just glass that off and just take advantage of it being there. It won't serve any purpose, but I think it'll just look kind of cool. So where these base designs have they serve a large benefit to me, being that I don't have to dig them out a lot. I like to keep them in their natural state as much as I can, and that's where I guess the cool factor comes in. Where wow, look what I found! I found this huge cave, and you know, I just added a simple floor to it, and it's done. And so anyway, I'll give this a couple of days, and I'll come back and we'll put some flooring in there and add some things that I feel are going to be beneficial to this location. The reason I'm picking to build here, one mainly is that I've jumped 3 times on mini bases between my my main base, and this one. So this would be a good location for this. Also, there's a mine system, a pretty big, extensive mine system on the other side of that hill there. So those are the 2 main reasons why I'm going to build a large structure like this, so I can store a lot of chests and you know, things like that. So anyway, we'll pick this back up in a couple of days after I think about what I want to do here. So I will see you then. Hey guys, what I've done here is put cobblestone pieces on the walls with torches on them to kind of give me some bearings on what I have to work with here. What I like to do on these floors is to have 4 blocks in between levels. And I think where I'm going to put these flooring is over here. I'm going to put a floor at the 4th level and one above that, and back in there on the 4th level and one above that. What I want to do to also give this a little bit of a different feel, since it's so big, is to utilize half levels and sort of elevate, go between levels 2 blocks up between sections. This one here is going to be too low. I'm going to make the door like right in here somewhere, and another door over in there. For this one, I'm going to step up 2 blocks to meet right around in here and implement that sort of half level feel, and as well along this wall half level, just to kind of give it a little more depth, I guess, and a little change in elevation in this space since it's so big. But for the most part, the design tactics that I use are going to be just to implement flooring in these things, and that is to utilize the natural surroundings and build a base with the least amount of effort as possible and get max utilization from that. So I'm going to go in and add these 2 floors in here and the ones back in there, and then we'll pick this back up again and then see what it looks like from there. So just one second. Okay, picking back up. I went ahead and added flooring on those 2 levels I talked about there, and then back in this area, and then implemented those half levels in here to bring that floor up to this half step so I can get out of here. I made these too wide, so I can put half blocks in there and just make that to where I don't have to hop up the steps. Created a stairwell here, and another half step here, half level here rather. And then I think what I'm going to do, just to make sure I don't fall off of this by accident, is I might just put a couple pieces of glass in here, so just in case I happen to miss that. And then maybe, speaking of, maybe just put a lip around this in glass too, just so I don't fall off. It gets me up to this level, and then I'll work on that some other time. Another half step down back here to these levels, and then I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to marry up to this section over here. I was thinking about taking this one down a half level to meet that, but I haven't quite decided yet. Stairwell here to get down to this level, and then another stairwell here to get down here. I want to leave this, I don't want to mess with this too much at all. I haven't really knocked out too many blocks. I mean, just a little bit of dirt here, a little bit of dirt there to kind of square off the corners so I can lay the chest down over here. But for the most part, this is just adding flooring, which is staying true to my design tactics. I just want to build this thing as fast as possible and give me a lot of utilization. So when I bring this base on along a little further, we'll pick this video back up again, so we'll pick it up then. Hey guys, I want to go ahead and update this, some of the things that I've added. Made this little walkway here. What I like to do when it comes to these bases, especially something like this big, I like to be able to walk around the entire thing, since this center is going to be open. Walk around this entire thing without having to change too many levels, where I can get from point A to point B whenever I need to. So that's why I went ahead and created this little walkway here. Steps going up to the second level, and then up in here, nothing changed here. Glass around this so I don't fall off like some silly boy. Over here, put that skylight on up there. I'll go ahead and go up there and take a look at that. That looks really cool at night. I may do the finished product video at night because this place looks really cool lit up at night. Glass around this whole thing. So what I'm going to do down in here, but not in this video, is create a farm system, a vertical farm system, probably about 4 levels or so, and the same with over here on this side. So look out for that video. I'm going to do one more section on this video when it's all complete, and the part that I have left to work on is creating the doorway there, and for the front door, creating the doorway there. But this is where we're at so far. And then, yeah, I wanted to do something over here too, and I got a pretty good idea of what I want to do, so just wanted to update this video here real quick. So I will be back as soon as that stuff, as soon as I finish that stuff up. Just one second. Hey guys, I want to wrap up this video. I've got it pretty much finished, aside from the farm system that I'm going to add in here. And like I promised, I was going to do this at night because I think this looks really cool at night. So this is the front door. I went ahead and kind of domed this a little bit, give it a little more of a, I don't know, just a look that I like. So instead of just, I didn't like it squared. I started out with that, but it's just didn't really like it. Half steps there, like I talked about. Added this bridge over to the other side. And I was going to spiral this down, but I just didn't like the way it was spiraling, so I went ahead and dug into this wall a little bit and made this straight shot down. Added the door there, and then I'll make a bridge over to that other side so I can get out of here. Just kind of look around a little bit. I already covered the bottom part. Already covered all this up in there. Farm system, I already covered that. But I'll just kind of pan around a little bit so you can get a finished product look. But it turned out pretty good. Now, granted, I put a lot of frills in here that you don't necessarily have to have, which took a little more time. But I just think it looks really cool. So, this cavern system deserved dolling up a little bit, I think. So, I like it. So, one of the things I'm going to cover in another video is resources when it comes to building stuff like this. How to gather those resources and smelting the stone from cobblestone to stone and glass to sand to glass, stuff like that. So I'll cover that in another video. I'll put a link at the end of this one. But anyway, it turned out pretty cool. I like it. So anyway, take care, guys.